Now we're going to go into the spot that we were just notified about the other day. I didn't even know this thing. It's overflow parking.
I'm facetious, I'm not being sarcastic. It's in ADA compliance because that's what they did with the ribbon cutting. That also is nowhere near the park.
So we're going to go over that way.
Nowhere near the playground. Excuse me. I need to clarify that because
this is the park.
This is the park.
Alright, so we left the park. I should have showed us leaving the park. And now this is the John G. Lancaster Park overflow parking. But
okay, so this is the overflow.
Yeah, this is the overflow park for all those football games they have where everybody, I've never seen this. I didn't even know this was here.
Anyway. Okay, so here we go.
Okay, so here we go.
There's the ramp.
So there's the ramp.
Let me show you, and I'm not being sarcastic or snarky, but this is the parking in the overflow, okay? And here is the ramp that goes from the parking, okay? We go up this ramp, and again, I am an able-bodied person, so I can do it. Now, mind you, this ramp goes up, and then it hits a platform. This is flat, and then it goes up again. So somebody who is blind, that would trip them up. Now, we go over here, and we walk, and we're going to walk down this path, okay? That still has an incline, so keep in mind, somebody who is not in a wheelchair can do it. However, somebody who is in a manual wheelchair, that's not in a motorized scooter, that's not in anything motorized, would take their wheelchair and it goes up and down. Somebody who is visually impaired, they're going to feel this with their cane. However, it's going to go up and down. And then we have to turn this corner here. Okay? It's grass to the park, right? We're going to turn this corner, walk this path. Right over there, in the distance, you can see the barriers. Go up a hill, okay? Up a hill. Still grass to the park. We're going to go up a hill, and then we have to go down a hill. And then we have to turn again. And there's a complete incline again, albeit small, but for people who have a disability, this is not okay at all. So it's an incline, and again, you probably can't see it, but I'm walking it. There's an incline, and then there's concrete, and it goes to the park. And you've seen this park a lot of times in our vlog, okay? And it's completely accessible. Completely accessible. There's a little bit of an incline here. But, look. There's a ramp. Well, let's first start with the handicap swings that are at every park, right? There's a ramp. That doesn't just go one way, okay? But the kids can get on the equipment completely. Look at this. Here's the ramp. It's a big kid playground. Look. One ramp. Two ramps. Three ramps. This is huge because a lot of kids don't get to get that much on a playground. Yes, there are steps here and here, but most of the playgrounds, they have one ramp like this that comes to the like gazebo promenade here, and it stops. Like they only have access to like one, okay? This one has three where they can actually play on the equipment, and that's super exciting, okay? Like, super exciting. And let me show you what's on the little kid playground, okay? And this is why it's super exciting. Now what I just showed you was the big kid, the one that I think is ages 5 and up. This is for the littler kids, okay? They have the handicap swings. They are shorter towards the ground. You know, those are up a little higher. But these are littler because you have the baby swings right there. Completely accessible for Jesse. I wish that they had this more accessible, but you know, he can still do the wood chips a little bit as long as they're not wet. Everything is flat, which is cool. There is a little bit of an incline, but let me show you the first coolest thing. First of all, okay, little kids can get in here. It's completely open. And I think the only non-accessible really things that are here are the rockers. They have those. They have airplanes over there. But again, this has a fully equipped ramp. And one thing that I brought up to him is Jesse gets up here and plays with the kids. Most parents, they do that. They get up here and play with their kids. So it's something that's pretty amazing about this park because parents can play. Parents who are handicapped can play with their kids. Now let me show you the other cool thing, okay? You saw the equipment over there. This equipment is just as accessible. It's smaller, so they didn't need a ramp. But look, this is fully where they can rotate in a wheelchair or whatever, okay? Jesse could still get in here to let Mason crawl around or to let Ireland run with Mason, right? But check this out. There's even another piece of equipment right here, and Ireland loves this thing. But look at the opening. A wheelchair could get in there still, and the kids could feel what this is. Have you ever been on one of these? It's one of those sway boats, right? But a wheelchair could totally get on here. So Jesse could get on here with Ireland and Mason and play. How fun is that, right? Like I said, the only non-handicap accessible are these rockers, which that's okay because the whole rest of the park is completely accessible. And that's why I'm saying these parking spots, they don't make sense. They don't make sense at all. And that's what the petition is about, is the physical parking spots. It's not about ADA compliance. It's not about fighting the law or anything like that. It's fighting the fact of humanity, okay? And so I'm walking back on the grass because I can, right? I can. I'm able-bodied to walk away from the park, across the grass, all that kind of stuff. I have people in my life, in our immediate family, okay, who are blood, who could never do this path. Being in a manual wheelchair, dealing with a walker, dealing with a cane, dealing with a mental incapacity, all of that. They couldn't do it. And then I have my extended family who is not blood, who still couldn't do it. 2 who are visually impaired. Let's go to the ability of a small disability for the moment. You know, somebody who's had surgery on their ankle and it just never healed right. Think. That's the biggest thing we're trying to get you to see. Think, okay? Think of the human side and don't go to the extent of, well, my father was in a scooter. You're not. My friend had a caretaker. Not every handicapped person has a caretaker, okay? 95%, I would even go and stretch it to 98% of handicapped people, whatever their ability is, they don't want that caretaker. They want to be independent. So get what I'm saying. So I'm going to take you back down to the parking, and you can see why I say it won't work with that either. And I'm standing here, okay, and I'm kind of like moving forward without really wanting to because my heels are trying to push up because of the decline that's happening with the ramp. By law, again, and I'm not being snarky, but I'm saying this was shoved in my face so much, but by law, it might be compliant. But law and human doesn't always mix. When you are on a large scale board, that puts areas for the citizens of where you are, that needs to be remembered. Okay? So keep that in mind. Say hi, Megan. Say hi. Tell everybody hi. Got dirty shirt. Yes, you do. Mr. Drooly Monster Teething. So, but because Ireland and I are here, which is not the norm, we're going to take his wheelchair out, okay? But I'm even going to show you what Ireland struggles with, or what I struggle with, okay? It's not easy for somebody who's able-bodied. She's not over-exaggerating that it's a heavy wheelchair, okay? And his particular wheelchair does not open properly. Granted, that has nothing to do with anybody else, but it's just a simple fact. So, can you take your brother, please? But if he was alone, this is what he would be doing at the back of the car. So, being in the fairway, not the best. Ready to get your exercise, Jesse?
Yeah. I'm actually completely nervous of the hill.
Okay, well, you'll at least get to see what I'm talking about, what I just explained to them. Because it goes up and then platforms and then goes up and then it goes up and down a hill. So, all right, Jesse, talk.
I'm not exactly sure. I never understood these things. She's gonna hurt herself. Alright.
I think it's funny that he's holding on to the clips.
So tell me how that's working for you.
It's not. See, and I understand why people think it would, because, man, once I hit that, my wheel tries to turn and I can't push it up.
Alright.
My lard ass isn't getting up this way. And this looks flat and it's not.
And that's what I told them.
You know what I know? How I know that? Because of that.
Yeah.
This isn't flat.
And that's what I told them. Going up the ramp, there's a steady incline that you or a visually impaired person or whatever would have a problem with. Because even thinking about our friends who are visually impaired, them with their stick.
This crack that goes up the side is having a problem too. And I'm not even going to talk about that. The railing.
Okay. 221. What happened? Okay, well, we're not like I told them the whole time, we're not getting into the law of what the law is successful, but human side. And maybe explain to them that we're not faking it right now to make it a big deal, or when I ask you if you're okay. Because maybe they need to realize that.
My frustration right now is
Now that's just the platform of what you just went up. And that took you to 224.
Now that struggle has made this tougher.
I'm sorry?
I said that struggle makes this tougher.
Please don't go all the way down. I don't want you to get hurt.
I'm only going back down to the platform. Because now I'm tired.
Yep.
Who needs a gym? I'm frustrated. I don't want to say anything right now.
Could you do this without me?
No. I can barely do this with you.
But I haven't been helping you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
not everybody has their caretaker.
If you hadn't been there, my hand would have slipped and I would have just gone right back down.
Okay, it is now. Oh, my Fitbit's not showing.
You don't need to show the time.
2:28. No, I do want them to see the time. 2:28. So it took you
6 minutes?
or more. I don't remember what time we started.
I don't know what time we started.
But it took you that long to get up.
And that includes helping.
That's just the ramp and me helping the last, what, like 10 feet?
Yeah.
Now.
So this is the accessibility.
Yeah, and we're not even to the park yet.
How is this closer?
It's not.
So, your view,
Are you going to make it so good?
that's in front of you, right?
Yep.
We're going to the park. So how does this feel? This inclines too, right?
Yeah, this is way better than the ramp.
Well, yeah, but it still inclines, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I want them to understand. What I was talking about, what you're feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's a big difference between me talking and what you're feeling. Do you know what I mean? So do you consider this accessible?
Oddly enough, this is accessible.
Okay.
Now,
is that ramp accessible?
I don't think that ramp is accessible whatsoever.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to be like over the top or anything about it. I don't understand how that ramp is accessible. I don't understand how that ramp is legal to law.
Okay.
But I don't know.
So, I will push you to the next hill so that you can take a break, but you can talk to them.
Coming up that ramp, my arms are tired. Like I'm having a hard time holding the camera up. And that's just that ramp. I don't, like, do we take a left here?
Yep. But it goes down, right? Are you feeling that?
Yeah, it's going down. There's a, I'm gonna turn this sideways.
As I walked it, I was trying to tell them.
Now this would be fine, because like the downward momentum would help a little bit.
Sure,
but
now
then we're going back up. So you've dropped me to the bottom of a hill to work my way back up. I can't even hold the camera
and then
up.
Go back down.
Like my arms.
Yep, here we go.
Dude, I'm gonna hurt tomorrow. Oh, this looks safe.
Show them.
I know, that's what I'm saying. This is ridiculous. Like.
No, you're fine. Just go ahead.
Like, okay.
And it goes back down.
And it goes back down.
Open gully.
Yeah, and holy cow! If
a motorized cart person, that's what I was explaining.
Okay.
Do it.
Even yeah. But let's talk about the manual wheelchair for a second. If I slip at all, like Summer's about to let go by mistake, I'm going into this field. And the moment I hit this, I'm going down that
turn.
Yeah.
And if you had him.
Oh.
And we go back up.
And we go back up. Now I'm going to show you all that work that was just done. There's the parking that is blocked off currently. Like right there. That is ridiculous because people can't control their kids around this thing here. This is where they're convenient. See, this is what annoys me too. Like they were talking, like the guy was like, kids were running out from the concession, but look at the distance between the concession and the road. There's a large gap. It's not like the concession is right up against the road or anything. Like, seriously. I'm exhausted. And I guess another thing that kind of irks me is it was like malice. Like, what's the point of cutting the parking off? Like, it doesn't do anybody any good. You're just blocking the circle off. Like, how are kids darting from here to the different fields going through that parking lot? Like, I don't understand. I can't even hold my arms up.
What?
I can't, I'm having a hard time holding my arm up.
Well, because you had to.
I don't get, like, I thought this, okay, so like.
No, this is the concession stand.
Yeah. When you were talking to me the other day, when
That's
you
the
said the
parking
guy
lot.
was like, the kids were running from the concession stand to the fields and they were going through the parking lot.
Like,
I'm
right butt up
like,
against the.
I was like, well, yeah, because the concession stand's right there. I get where he's coming from, but now, like, looking at it in person again.
Okay.
Like, what's
Concession stand. Hold on. Concession stand.
Yeah.
Jesse. Parking.
If they're running the fields, they're going that way or that way. There would be no reason for kids to be running that direction.
I mean, granted, are kids going to do it? Yes.
Yes, but you can't.
You can't parent everybody's children.
No, that's what the parents are for.
All right,
There's
well,
a really simple way to keep people from running to the concession stands, though. Just close the concession stand.
So you ready to go show them the equipment and why it's good for you?
Let's go show the equipment.
Why it's good for handicap accessible parents, right? I mean, that's the Nikki, you, Melissa, my mom, your mom, and all the other tons of people.
Yeah.
How about people from your MDA camp?
Derek?
Yeah. Could Derek get on there with his kids?
Yeah. So let's go. And this is why I come here. So he can get on the swing, and he can play, and he's got all that
And now
that I can
let's
get
go
up
this
to.
way. I'm gonna put.
So,
we're gonna
whoop.
play that there's a caretaker. Okay. All right. We're gonna play that there's a caretaker, right?
So let's. Summer's got me. So check this out. Okay. Like.
Now this is your view.
Yep.
Your level.
I can play with all this stuff with him.
Look.
I can get in here, even in my wide wheelchair. I can get in here. I can play with him. We can do all this stuff in here.
Right? Oops, that's my fault, driver.
That is too.
Bad driver.
Okay, up this ramp, another ramp.
Now check
It
this
says,
out. Look.
well, watch.
Look.
This is cool.
Turn around. You can even turn around.
We can have lunch. There's like,
But you can
Cars.
turn around.
yeah, it's accessible. It's open. You know,
That's the
I
whole
can keep going too.
awesomeness of this playground. Like, and this is just a little kid playground.
Yeah, I can get to those picnic tables.
Yeah.
I don't need to sit in the grass or like try to go off road.
Right. And this is why, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is why.
Come here.
Now look, I'm showing you. He can play with his kids. You know?
What are we doing?
What's going on, buddy? Is it moving? And we're not showing you this part to tug at your heartstrings or any crazy crap like that. We're showing this to you because then you can see that all ability of kids and all ability of parents can play with their kids at this park. And that's why it's so vital for those parking spots to be open and not just coming from way over there or way over there for the parking. So now those of you that have signed the petition, we totally thank you, but I think that this video is going to also show you more on why, like the why behind it, and maybe even make more of a light bulb go off for you, so that you understand like what I am fighting for, what Jess is fighting for, what all the people on the petition are fighting for. So this is why. This is your why, okay? This accessibility of a playground. Yeah, the accessibility of this playground is your why. So now I guess the last part is that
Oh no. I'm sorry, hold on.
Mr. Shepherd said that they got a grant to redo this playground.
That was one of me.
I hope to God that you keep in mind what's already here and make it completely accessible. And I hope to God that you don't just put those 2 parking spots in the renovations that you have planned for the spring.
Which one do you want?
I hope to God that you rethink some things. And the commissioners, I hope to God that you see this is just one of your citizens, well 4 right here, that are saying, hey, get it together, of what's real and not just law. Alright, so thanks guys for watching. I know this vlog was a little bit longer, but we really wanted to shed some light, not just something that you sign online. We wanted to show you what was real in the life of a person who deals with it.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Alright, thanks for watching everybody. Bye.